What's happening? This is 9/11, and you are tuned in to ABG Podcast. As always, man, you know how we do it. Let's get to it. So tonight, I get my international passport stamp. I got MAKAYLA and SARIYAH Bailey, man. How y'all doing? Soccer stars from Canada, and I also have their dad, former professional football player, Fred Bailey. How you doing tonight, big bro?
I'm good, brother. How you doing? Thanks for having us on. We appreciate
Hey,
it.
man, I appreciate y'all taking the time out. I know it's Mother's Day weekend. I know everybody got a lot going on. So for y'all to take out the time for me, man, I really appreciate it.
Fam, do that, brother. That's what we do.
That's what's up. So we're going to jump straight to it, man. So how long have y'all been playing soccer?
Oh, I've been playing since I was about like 6 years old.
6 years old. So,
Yeah.
okay, so for everybody that don't know, who's the oldest?
I'm the oldest by 5 years.
By 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So did y'all grow up like compete? When did it start kind of getting competitive when you see, okay, little sister coming?
Well, when I started seeing her going to the field by herself and doing things on her own, I was like, okay, she's really dedicated, and it kind of motivated me because I don't know, when I was around like 15, she was only 10, and she would always walk to the field or bike to the field, and I'd be sitting at home, and I'm like, okay, like, dang, she's actually taking it serious. Like, I gotta meet her energy. Like, I gotta be better than her energy. So
Yeah,
around when I was like 15, 16, I was like, okay, but she was different. Like, Sarai is built different than anyone
that's
else.
what's up.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of got my competitiveness from my dad. So, like when I was younger, like I played everything because, my dad's like throwing the ball around. We had a putting
Yeah.
green, to golf. I was into basketball. I was into every single sport. But yeah, me and my sisters, we would always play. Like it all started with like playing in the basement. And then from there, like it'd be like there'd be a punishment after a game. Like we were competitive like that. Like
Yeah.
we grew up. So I think kind of that's where it kind of started, and I
Uh-huh.
think it was more of like falling in love with the sport because like getting to spend more time with my sisters, and we all love soccer. My oldest sister also loves soccer too. We all three of us used to play, so I think it just kind of brought us together, and I think that's why we ended up loving the sport so much. But also, my dad forced us to bring her to the field with us. So,
So that's where.
Don't
I
believe
wanted
that.
to go.
Went on her own.
I
Yeah.
wanted
Went on her own.
No, but you did say it was like when Sarai was at a young age, like my dad was like, you guys should all go together. So then,
Well, of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's how
my
we
So
dad
did.
just,
That's how we did with you at the basketball court, her neighbor.
yeah, that's how. Hey, come on, you got to get out here and compete.
yeah.
You know.
And then we just
Let,
started doing it all
let
the
me
time.
ask you this here, Fred. So early on, when you first started sport, because I know it was like that for my son. He
Yeah.
running touchdowns, and it's cute. You got your kid out there playing this fun. When did you realize, like, hold on, man, my daughter's got something?
You know what? When she played up, like she always played with older kids. Like she never
Mm-hmm.
played in her age group. Even when
Mm-hmm.
she was 6, she played with the 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds, and like always competed. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And what happened is I didn't know much about soccer because I play football and basketball, but coaches used to come to me and always
Mm-hmm.
say, "Hey man, hey." People in the soccer community,
Mm-hmm.
always said something. And then once she got older, I think when she was 9, what really like I was like, whoa, was Barcelona had a camp here, and she went to the
Mm.
camp and showed out at the camp, and they picked her to go to Spain.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And yeah,
Okay.
that
So,
was when I was like, wow.
so now look, I know you said both of y'all kind of competed in other sports. I seen some clips, some basketball clips. I was like, hold up, man, this don't look like just no part-time sport. This look like you really could have competed in basketball. So what's your love for basketball? How much do you really play basketball?
Oh, I feel like it was always basketball and soccer for me. Like I've always played since like the beginning, both of them. I just get a laundry basket and just shoot from anywhere. Like that's kind of how I started when I was younger.
Uh,
Um, and my dad played basketball too, so we were always competing, like who can get it in, whatever, just bragging rights. But yeah, it's just like just junior high, high school. That's when I started getting into basketball way more. Um,
But yeah, I mean, those girls in the States are built different. Thanks to my dad, I'm only like 5'3", so thanks,
Hey,
Dad.
look,
Also,
I'm right there with you, Dad. We couldn't bless y'all with height. I be telling my son the same thing. We got to overcompensate with the heart
yeah.
Hey, Avery, tell him I was the smallest on the court, but I can't.
every time and on the field. But I was like, let me ask y'all this since he brought that up. Do y'all really, I know your dad's former professional football player in Canada. Did y'all really realize what type of athlete y'all dad was coming up?
He showed us some clips. He had I've seen his clips. I've seen him running. He still
Yeah.
tells me to this day he could beat me in a race.
But what is it? It's like on a, you have like a VCR.
Yeah.
Shut up.
What is that? Is that what it's called? Like a VCR?
Okay, would you? Okay.
That's how you know he's old, when he's like, yeah, let me
Okay.
show you.
Okay, well, let's do it like this. I'm not gonna tell him. I'm gonna let you tell him.
Oh, look, to give it a breakdown, how familiar y'all with like Tyreek Hill? Do y'all watch American football?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That was your dad in Alexandria. When we watched him play, like, he was a human highlight film. I know. And I'm not just saying that because he's in front of them, but like, I'm a little younger than your dad. So when I used to go to the game and watch, like, he was one of the players that I looked up to. Like, I was waiting for him to get the ball, waiting for him for a reception, a punt return, anything, just get the ball because he was electric. Then I think he hit like a half-court shot one time in the playoffs to advance Peabody, which was, I don't know if he tell you how much about our high school back on. He hit like a half-court shot when they thought they were out the playoffs to advance the team. And at that time, the football players wasn't really allowed on the basketball team. And he broke that barrier. Probably to this day, I think me and him talked about it, one of the only ones to do that. So he was a hell of an athlete. I got to give him his props.
Appreciate it.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. They don't know, dog. They don't give me my props, dog.
So do y'all have, let me ask y'all this, did y'all inherit the Bailey speed? Because he was speed.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I play winger.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
both play attacking positions, which speed is like one of the most important things I would say for that position.
All right. So for the casuals, how can you break down some of the soccer? Because like when we're just watching soccer from like, I'm like your dad, from the outside looking in, it's like a lot of running. So when you say defense and like penalty shots, how can you break down just a couple rules for like casual fans?
So penalties is more like anywhere inside that box. So anywhere in
Gotcha.
any type of physical, like illegal, like contact, I'd say is like considered a penalty. Or anywhere else that's around within the 18-yard box is a free kick. Obviously there's a perimeter, so boundaries can't go outside of the field. Or else you throw it in, or you do corner kicks if it's past the end line. But yeah, those are basic rules. Offsides is more easier to see than being said. But it's more like you can't start your run or
be
past the back line. So
the last line of defense.
Yeah, the last line of defense, basically.
Gotcha. I always wonder what the offside penalty was. And I see the red flag. I know that. That's like, and I see a lot of the flopping and stuff like that. What's that?
There's yellow.
There's
red. There's orange, and there's red in your off.
Yeah, red is.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want red.
You don't want to red. Okay, I learned that. So, who are some of the soccer players that both of you that you guys look up to, female or male?
I'd say female. Like growing up, male, I'd say Messi or Ronaldo, since they play similar positions to me.
Yeah.
And then more for female, I'd say Alex Morgan, which sadly she retired, but I've
seen that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say the same. For males, I would say Messi, not Ronaldo very much, because there's always that beef between who's better, Messi or Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Messi. And then for females, I would say Alex Morgan or Christine Sinclair.
Okay. And your dad also shared with me. So I've been getting some behind the scenes information. I seen some news about some commitments to college to the next phases. Would you guys like to share where you're going to for your next phase of your career?
So as soon as I graduate from high school, I'll be going to LSU.
Bad. Come back home.
Yeah, Louisiana State University. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I'll be going to Southern University.
Boom!
Hey. So Fred, like we was talking about, man, you got Baton Rouge covered now, man. So how important is it for you? Because like I say, you guys are in Canada. How important is it for you to have that kind of like that safe space, so to speak, knowing you have big sister right across town?
I mean, honestly, it's, you know, it's not really easy having like siblings that close to you, especially when it comes to university and stuff. So
Mhm.
I'm grateful for, that both of our opportunities and being close to each other. But I'm extremely excited because it's close to home. My grandmother lives there, and I don't see her very often.
Yeah.
Especially like since like COVID and everything, it's been quite tough.
Hmm.
But it's good to be home, and I knew as soon as I stepped on campus at LSU, like I knew like it was like my place. Everyone there was welcoming, and just
Hmm.
like just the whole vibe there is just amazing. Like I don't think I'd find it anywhere else. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think for me, I mean, I spent the last 2 years in Kansas.
Wow.
I'm leaving, I'll say that. There's not much out there for me. But going up there, like being alone for the first time, having to start over and being away from family and my sisters, like it
Mm.
was really hard to adjust. And like for me to go to Southern and only be down the road from her, like I'm so blessed and grateful to be so close. And like she said, even family and being able to represent my dad. I mean, I got to hold that standard, so there's a lot of pressure there. But I'm really, really excited to show what I can do out there and
And
represent
look,
the name. So
I'm glad you said that. I was going to ask both of you guys, having a father that was a professional athlete, what kind of pressure was that going? Because that's different than a dad just sitting in the stands clapping, and to have somebody that you know is a real athlete who's going to give you real feedback when you get off the field.
mhm.
I was chill.
You was chill?
I was chill.
Look, Fred,
How
let
did
me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, because a lot's been made of the dynamic with Dion Shador coaching his sons, and LeVar Ball and
Yeah.
his sons. And as a dad standpoint, how much do you feel like it is just being involved or being over involved? Like, do you think those guys are being judged harshly of how involved they are with their sons? Or are they just doing what they want best for their kids?
Well, I think it's a matter of just doing what's best for your kids. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I mean, you want the best for them. You know how it is. It's a lot of politics in this thing. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people that try to make decisions for your kids that benefit them, that don't
Yeah.
benefit your kids. And I think I've been the most supportive to them on protecting them from those type of people. Like, far as
Man.
making them lift weights, making them do stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I got a whole weight room in the basement for them to work out if they want to work out, but it's on them
Mm-hmm.
to go down and do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't think that's the way to do it, because if you force them, they ain't gonna love it, and then if they don't love it, then they ain't gonna be successful at it.
Yeah.
So I think this situation, and then I'm blessed because you know how they say when you have girls, I got girls, man, that can ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got girls that can ball, and
Mm-hmm.
what I'm telling them is, because they always used to tell me, Dad, you don't know, this is soccer, this ain't football.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to get them to really listen to me, because they both in a situation to where they could set up their lives just being at Southern and LSU, balling in the same city with all this NIL and all these opportunities. Like, they could really set themselves up, man. And
That's a,
you want to give them some positive advice, and I hope they listen. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because
Yeah.
they have nobody to tell me. I wish I had somebody to tell me. You know how much further I would have went if I had
Man.
some direction or somebody to
Yeah.
tell me. I had nobody. I had to
Yeah.
make decisions and make mistakes and learn from my mistakes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Anything I'm gonna tell them is stuff that I didn't been through, and I don't want them to have to go through. So I just hope they listen a little bit. You know what I mean? And if they can do that, I really see. I mean, God don't make mistakes, man. For them both to be 5 years apart and be in
Mm-hmm.
the same city where I was, my old stomping grounds, where family is,
Exactly.
get
Mm-hmm.
an opportunity. You know what I'm saying, to do something they love. That's
Mm.
God, man.
Yeah. That's God. Let me tell you that, and I want to say too, my wife was ecstatic when I told her you was going to LSU. She graduated from LSU. So just to, like, and then Southern friends, you know how back home, Peabody Band, we was like a little baby Southern. So like,
Yeah,
I love both schools. You couldn't go wrong with that. As long as you're a star, I love it. Now you
yeah,
brought up NIL deals. Now I seen what kind of happened with Angel Reese and the lady like Caitlin Clark, and just how big that blew up for them. Flage now. Have you guys been getting approached by any NIL deals, or how did that look?
No, I have not yet, but
Mhm.
you know, I'm definitely like open to anything.
Mhm.
But yeah, since I actually just got my dual citizen, so like, you know, yeah, hopefully I get some soon, but yeah, just not yet. I'm still in high school.
Not yet, but we're manifesting. I think once we both get
Yeah.
started, we're definitely I think with the hard work we put in, we're gonna get some attention and
Yeah.
What I think it's an opportunity. It's a situation where being in Canada, it's a little different than being in the States.
Yeah.
Because you get
Mm.
more, you start, people start looking at you and stuff like that, right?
Mm.
I think once they get there, and then once they, start doing what they need to do and gonna do, I think that's when they gonna start coming in. I think
Exactly.
opportunities to start rolling in. I think, and the reason why I think they're in a really good situation is because you look at Angel Reese.
Mhm.
Basketball has always been a thing at LSU, female
Yeah.
and male. It's always been a big thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Softball, men's basketball, football. But
Mhm.
soccer is starting to grow big in the States right now.
It
So the
is.
timing is perfect. And they trying to get to a national championship at Southern and LSU. They both
Yeah.
made the tournament last year too.
Wow.
Yeah, both of them made the tournament last year too.
Okay.
Southern and LSU. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So get in there and play well, what I'm saying? Everything else will happen on its own. You know,
That's
those
what's
things.
up.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
like you say, this is a new era. This is the social media area. What type of social media presence y'all got? Y'all got the hype videos. Y'all got the social media presence.
he's famous on TikTok.
Man, this kid,
Okay.
videos with 1.5 million views, Avery.
Wow.
Like 6,000 followers.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so hey,
In the
the
back,
NIL is coming in. It's coming.
Huh?
I said the NIL is coming in. Once you
yeah.
got that type of following, and then once you attach a big school like LSU and Southern, and they start seeing all of that combined, oh, the deal's coming. Like you said, we manifesting it tonight. It's coming. All we gotta do is kick up our feet.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Go ahead, Fred. You got something?
My question is, you coming to a game?
I already told you. I'm coming. I gotta support it. I gotta support it.
You know what I
It's
mean? And
too easy.
I want you and everybody that's watching support these girls and buy their jerseys, man.
Hey, trust me, that's a done deal. That's too easy. That's too easy. Let me ask y'all this. Now he said he got the weight room downstairs. What does a normal workout routine look like? What's the workout regimen? How much do y'all really work out now?
Depending on how much workload we have for practices, I kind
Mm-hmm.
of use that. But usually it's good lifting about like 2-3 times a week is typically recommended.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd say cardio is really good too. It's like different for both of us since we play different positions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more into like agility and speed, so I like focusing on that. She's very strong.
Yeah.
When it comes to weight.
That's the power.
Yeah, I think right now because we do play League One Alberta, so it's like the
Uh-huh.
semi-professional for women's here, and we practice about 2-3 times a week. So what I would do is we have like 2-3 days to lift and do conditioning. So usually I do like 1 day of conditioning and then 2 days of lifting.
Mm-hmm.
And with lifting I focus more on like speed and agility, while also focusing on like ACLs, like ACL
Got
strength,
you.
because that's really important with women. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's like a whole study with that going on, but
Mm-hmm.
especially with soccer players, that's like the number one injury of like ACL tears and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Got you. Now, being that you guys have played multiple sports, how does like say basketball translate to the soccer field?
For me, I'd say just speed.
Yeah.
The
It's
quickness and
speed,
agility.
yeah,
Yeah.
and agility. I think it's more just changing directions.
Yeah.
I feel that's like a very key component, especially in my position, is just like being able to switch directions in different ways, quickly. So yeah, I think that also plays a big part of basketball too. So yeah.
I would say I played basketball in high school. I mean, I was not as good as Saraya at all. I promise I just got on the team because I could just run really fast up and down the court. Like
Yeah.
that's all I would do. We get the ball for rebound, I would just be on the other side already. Like, that was all I would do.
Yeah.
But like I
Yeah.
would like the speed, the speed
Okay.
really and the conditioning of just
Yeah,
being able to run.
conditioning is also a really big piece as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Now look, this is a fun question for y'all.
Okay.
What are some interests outside of soccer? What do you do to like unwind? You done had a long training session. You had a long week with sports. What do you do interests outside of sports?
Well, I'm into my TikToks. You know, I mean, I like dancing. You know, TikTok's a big thing for me.
Uh-huh.
What else? What do I like doing?
Oh, and she like to go to this certain cookie place, but we can't announce it.
Oh.
No, don't even know, cause if we announce it, they gonna have to pay us. But she got a cookie place that she really like.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
y'all, holler at us on here. You know what I'm saying? Leave some messages.
Yeah.
We'll start announcing y'all. And, some NIL. You heard me?
Yeah. Boy, that's a good dad.
Yeah, I'm really big into TikToks. I love shopping. Who doesn't love shopping?
Hey, I understand that. I got a daughter too. She's 21, so trust me, I know the shopping part.
Yeah.
How about you, Kayla?
Well, I feel like because I'm older, I'm like in my nature era right now. Like I
Gotcha.
like to go on long walks. Like I like to read. I like to.
Yeah.
When I was 18, I was all up on I think like Musically or TikTok at the time. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the older I get, like the more I put my phone away, I'm more like in tune with like I said, the walks,
Enjoy that peace. Yeah.
books, and hiking, and any like outdoor activities. That's what I like to do to unwind.
Now, I've also heard, like I said, I've been getting a lot of background information before this show. Now, I've also heard, and I know Canada, the dominant sport is hockey. I heard there's been some watch parties going on. So, who's the favorite hockey team in the house?
Come on, man.
The Edmonton Oilers.
All right.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Oilers.
Yeah. So who was the represent?
Yeah.
Represent. So where they at right now in the playoffs? Because I know it's getting sticky right now, right?
Yeah.
They're in the second round, yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
our goaltender that's been doing us well, he got injured. So we were up 2-0 in this series, and we put
2-1 now.
Well, it's 2-1 now, but we put in our other goalie yesterday, and he didn't do the job. So now the series is 2-1 right now. So
Yeah.
Gotcha. And look, before we wrap up tonight, is there anything you like to plug? Anything? If you like to tell your schools what they're expecting to get when you guys hit campus, anything you like to plug before we wrap up?
I'm ready to be a Tiger. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I want all the heat. I want everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Kayla?
I'm just excited to meet everyone.
Yeah.
I'm such a people person. I'm so excited to be there and represent my dad and just, put the Bailey name out there and just hopefully do better things than this guy did.
That's what it feels to feel, man.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to get started. I just can't wait to show what I can do out there and
That's what's up.
Put in and
just getting all the work done.
Yeah, kill it.
And working with everyone. I think just the biggest thing is just working with everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all want to give people your social media handles so they can follow you and keep up with the journey?
My Instagram is SARIYAH9. My TikTok, you want to follow my TikTok? It's also SARIYAH Bailey.
Yeah.
All right.
My Instagram is MAKAYLA Bailey 4, and then I guess my TikTok, I'll put it out there, is MAKAYLA Bailey 5.
All right, that's what's up. And look, I want to thank you again for you young ladies taking the time out to just drop in and, just pop in on the show and just tell everybody what's going on. I love the way you guys speak about your father. I can tell he's done a wonderful job with you and the support he's giving you because you guys, I can just see the love on camera, man. I really appreciate y'all taking the time out on Mother's Day to drop in on the show for me.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
For having us.
Yeah, I appreciate
You already
it
know,
so
baby.
much.
All right, hey, much love, big bro.
Can't wait to see you in the stands.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm there. I'm gonna have a half and half jersey on.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. You know how we always ended on the show. Always visualize your goals, and after that, accomplish those visualized goals. 9/11, MAKAYLA, SARIYAH, Fred. Thank you. Much love, brother.
Yes, thank
Real
you.
to the bros.
To the bros.